This is the story of how Cronus becomes the appointed time. Get it? Because he's made king of the gods and he's also the god of time. You get it. The sources for this particular retelling are Hesiod's Theogony and the Library of Apollodorus. After Gaia and Uranus decide that their family tree should be a circle, they have a bunch of children collectively known as the Uranides, the Titans, the Hecatoncheires or Hundred-Handers, and the Cyclopes. Uranus decides that the only way to judge his children is based on how hot they are, so the Hundred-Handers and Cyclopes are sent down to Tartarus, the lowest realm of existence other than 4chan. Gaia's not a big fan of this because, it's literally Uranus shoving children back inside of Gaia, and if you've ever seen Gaia get upset, you know she's got a pretty powerful punch. So Gaia goes to the Titans and asks them for help in getting revenge against Uranus for the things that he's done to her. According to Hesiod, only Cronus, the youngest of the Titans, agrees to help. But in Apollodorus, they all agree to help, but the effort is still led by Cronus. I'll talk in another video about who all these Titans are and go into some more detail about them. Gaia makes a scythe out of adamantium, the kind of thing you see often with the Grim Reaper. It was usually used to cut grain, but Cronus decides it's going to have a different purpose. So Cronus goes up to Uranus and cuts off his cherry emojis. And you might be thinking, wait, the sky can't have bits. Well, it doesn't anymore, and now you know why. Fun side myth. There are actually a couple of gods created out of this whole affair. So when Uranus's genitalia fall into the sea, and I cannot emphasize enough the fact that Uranus's genitalia have been cut off by his own son/brother, it produces a bunch of waves, which produces a bunch of sea foam on Paphos, a shore on western Cyprus that is now sacred to Venus because that's where she emerges from. From this Aphros, which is the Greek word for sea foam, emerges Aphrodite. From the blood that falls from this involuntary castration emerge the Furies, 3 avenging spirits whose job it is to punish those who commit crimes against their parents. But now, unfortunately, Uranus is breaking the first guideline to ruling the universe: you can't claim the throne without testosterone, and therefore Cronus has to become the new king of the universe. But you can't be king unless you've got a queen, and the goal here is simply to be less incestuous than his dad, so he grabs his sister. Cronus and Rhea become the new rulers of the universe from Mount Othrys, and Mount Othrys will serve as the base for the Titans, basically the same way that Mount Olympus eventually will for the Olympians. And this is how things are going to be run, until a pesky little guy named Zeus decides to show up and change everything.